Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen.
I think reparations is something that we as a society need to talk about.
This is really a troublesome area, the whole concept of reparations.
I hear a lot of people talk about what it means to be woke. And apparently being woke means advocating for everybody. I'm woke if I advocate for trans people. I'm woke if I advocate for Mexicans. I'm woke if I advocate for anybody who's not a white man. And what I'm telling you is that in order to be woke as a native Black person, as a descendant of slaves, woke means understanding who you are, understanding your community and your tribe, and advocating first and foremost specifically for your tribe.
Don't miss the June edition of the West Louisville Forum as we break down the importance of African American self-interest, addressing the price, the penalty, and the politics of Black advocacy. In his 1967 speech, The Black Power Defined, Martin Luther King Jr. identified two components necessary for effective coalitions. He said a true alliance is based upon some self-interest of each component group and a common interest into which they merge. As we continue on with efforts to address and overcome systemic injustice, is sacrificing our own self-interest the price that Black Americans must pay to be a part of coalitions? Are we witnessing commandeering of the Black civil rights experience and claim to justice by other groups in America?
There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions, but that's or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left.
Can our leaders and elected officials balance the priority of justice for Blacks against the pressure of other groups to be all-inclusive?
First of all, we're already divided by race. And focusing on race is not what did it. I would say not focusing on race, refusing to grapple with how race shapes virtually everything is what keeps us divided.
Does the possibility of white backlash impact our efforts to call out and fight against systematic racism?
See it as evidence of racism rearing its ugly head as usual. It's not a backlash against the racial reckoning. It's a backlash against a certain kind of racial reckoning that alarms people with good reason.
Is Black empowerment still a threat to white rigidity? Is there a penalty for those that champion a pro-Black narrative?
So over the years, the civil rights movements, various movements in this country have certainly seen resistance from conservative white groups, and we're talking dating back, to the Reconstruction era. And it's playing out across this country right now.
Join us June 15th at noon as Simmons College of Kentucky presents the West Louisville Forum, Solutions for Urban America. Our focus is on overcoming systemic injustice and whether multiracial alliances are a pipe dream or possibility. Moderated by Chris Sanders, this panel discussion will feature Dr. Stuart Burns, historian, chair and professor of ethical and creative leadership and of Martin Luther King Studies at Union Institute and University in Cincinnati, and Clark Williams, chairman of the People's Campaign, Lexington. Join us in person at 1508 West Kentucky Street, where lunch will be available to purchase before and after. The forum will also live stream on the social outlets of Simmons College of Kentucky. It's the West Louisville Forum, Solutions for Urban American, June 15th at noon.